I was the one actually that started the whole thing with having somebody call the advocate, because, like I said, it was a great article in here about you guys, but there was, you know, about the what you're doing, but there was nothing about the meeting.
Really?
So, and everybody reads this.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Alan and I were on the front page together a year ago,
Yeah.
right?
2 years ago, not today.
So,
2 years ago,
how did you
actually.
take that?
That was the
Yeah, I apologize. I came in late, but I was wondering, could you introduce you, because some other people came in late. Who are you? You know, what are your titles or whatever?
I'm Ken Wiseman. I'm the Executive Director of the Marine Life Protection Act Initiative. I am one of the contractors paid for by the private-public partnership. Melissa Miller-Henson is our program manager. She is an employee of the Natural Resources Association, but is on contract for our project. And she's the one who has the historical knowledge and runs our program, so she's the most informed in the history and the process. I do not come from this process. Secretary Chrisman and I were in Governor Wilson's cabinet together. I come from the agricultural industry, from the Valley, and he called me and asked me to facilitate this process. I just finished chairing the state's electricity board, and we have a lot of stakeholder process. I like doing public policy where people get heard. As a farmer, I was often like a commercial fisherman, always losing something, not getting much in return. So I understand the process. It's important to do good public policy by making sure people get heard, they get included, and when we screw up, we say we screwed up, let's figure out how we can fix it. So
How about the Packard Foundation? How close are you to them?
the Packard Foundation has provided about 40% of the money for the partnership.
And we're to believe that that doesn't influence you.
I've never had anybody from the Packard Foundation call me. And
God's
sir,
sake. So do we just fall off the turnip truck here?
no, I think you need to understand how a foundation works. And if you come forward with it, and
Come
it's
forward, it's 35 years of history. What history of this do you know personally? How much of it do you personally know about?
a fair amount, I used to
A
summer
fair
up
amount.
here,
And
and
you
I'm
know what I'm
not,
talking about.
sir, I know we have an unpopular law with many people.
Unpopular.
Well,
It's illegal.
you're convincing me.
It's
but-
illegal.
Well, I think that challenge continues. I think you need to move on. You need to talk to the senator's representatives, because that's something we can't change. We're here.
We can't talk if you don't tell us about these meetings.
Well, we're trying to tell you about the meetings. No decisions have been
I'm
made.
sorry I'm picking on you on that.
No decisions have made. We're trying to include you. We're trying to make sure your voice is heard, and that you have a process and a forum, and that's what this is about. So please stay with us.
As much as possible, we're trying to facilitate a process that lets you be part of that decision-making process, because the law is passed and the governor and legislature have said it's going to be implemented. It's a question of how, and we're just trying to do it in a way that involves you. Best I can do is try and be here and to be supportive of having the local community involved and having the local community have a say, as opposed to the other way we could have done this is the way originally they tried to do it, would just have the Fish and Game, have a few hearings. People have to come to Sacramento and comment on what they're seeing, that something that's been designed by a group of scientists in an ivory tower or a bunch of bureaucrats behind a closed door. We could go through that process. You have a couple of hearings that you get to comment on it, and then a decision is made. And I personally, I'm not supportive of that kind of government. I'm supportive of the kind of government where people like you are on the table and providing the suggestions and the ideas about how we should go about doing this. And we take that information and we take that to Sacramento and we say, this is what the people are suggesting. And I'm not saying that everyone in this room is going to agree on a final solution.
Thank you.